Have you ever heard the phrase, the early bird catches the worm? Well, here, the early bird catches the train, as we are up at 5:40 to get the 5:47 train into London to go to Aldgate and do all 34 Metropolitan line stations. So, we are now at Aldgate Station. I'm going to be explaining the route to you guys before we start. First, we will be heading to Uxbridge to have our Wetherspoons breakfast as usual. Then, we'll come up, go to Watford on the way up to Amersham and Chesham. And we'll finish at Amersham. So I'm going to tell you some facts about this station. First of all, it was built on a burial pit for the plague in 1665. It's one of the most New York-like stations in London. Over there and here, the stairs seem to go to nowhere, like staff-only areas, so I don't know why it looks like we can access them. It's the London Underground Metropolitan's terminal point in Zone 1. Now let's head down to our platform and get the Uxbridge train. Platform 3. Our train has just arrived, but before we get on our train, look over here. There are some old pillar-looking things which are no longer in use by the London Underground. Kind of looks like one of the stations on the Jubilee line where it has these as well. Let's now hop on our train and go to Uxbridge. This is the S stop. For the past 2 videos, we've been on these trains.
This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Uxbridge. The next station is Liverpool Street.
So, the Metropolitan line trains also have these seats here, which on the Circle line trains and District and also the Hammersmith and City line trains, they don't have. They only have these types of seats. The Metropolitan line trains are 8 carriages. It's using the same type of stock, the S stock, but the Metropolitan line uses the S8 stock, which has 8 carriages, and the Hammersmith and City, Circle and District line use the S7 stock, which only has 7 carriages. The Metropolitan line is also the line that goes the furthest away from London than any other line on the tube. So this is also one of the only lines that has a terminus point in Zone 1. The other lines that have a terminus point in Zone 1 is the Bakerloo line with the terminus point Elephant and Castle in Zone 1/2, and the Waterloo and City line with one in Bank and Waterloo.
The next station is Liverpool Street.
Another interesting fact, there are 5 terminus points that we will be going to today. Uxbridge, we're on our way to that right now. Amersham, Chesham.
The next station is Moorgate. Change for the Northern Line, the Elizabeth Line and National Rail Services.
Watford, and also Aldgate, which we've already been to. There is also no station on the Met line in Zone 3.
This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Uxbridge. The next station is Baker Street.
Yeah, Baker Street is the next station. It is the last station that we will cover. other in zone 1. In zone 2. Next, we'll be passing through 2 stations on the Jubilee line and going to zone 4 next.
Find the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Finchley Road. This is an all-station Metropolitan line train to Uxbridge. The next station is Wembley Park.
Find the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Wembley Park. This is an all-station Metropolitan line train to Uxbridge. The next station is Preston Road.
Station. It is the interchange with all the other destination points on the Metropolitan line. So you can go to Amersham, Watford, Chesham and go back to Aldgate if you wanted to from this station. Onwards from this station you can't change for any other line except the Watford, Chesham and Amersham branch. Uxbridge Station. We're at the end of the line, one of the stations at the end of the line. We've completed our first route. This station is at Uxbridge. If we head outside over there in a minute, this station was designed by Charles Holden, as you'll see in the design, and Cockfosters Station is also very similar to this. As Charles Holden made this station try to be a mirror of Cockfosters Station at the other end of the Piccadilly line. Down here towards the front of the platform there are a ton of roundels, and just beyond here there's some really nice tiling done as well. Obviously don't work anymore, but these are the scales that people used to use to weigh their luggage back in time. It doesn't work, but it's quite cool. Now we're going to head out to the front of the station because it looks really nice. So the station here at the front of the platform. Over there are stained glass windows. This station hasn't been modernised. It's its original station design. There's an old clock up here with Roman numerals on it. And this is the termination point for both Piccadilly and Metropolitan lines. There are 3 platforms, and it looks like sometimes trains would open their doors on the middle platform here, on both sides, as there's platforms on both sides. So, Uxbridge Station, old design as you can see up here. It's got wheels with wings up there on top. If you look at the station design here, it looks quite original, quite old, except the Metropolitan and Piccadilly line sign there. But the station design is really cool, really old looking, and I think the old stations, some of the older stations, are really nice. So, we're on a train trip, it's 8 o'clock, where we're going to go for breakfast. As usual, our Wetherspoons, the good yarn in Uxbridge. Welcome. So, we now have our food, and also look what we're watching. We're watching the 2 Waterloo and City Line stations, which you should watch right after this video. So, we're now going to get the Met Line and we're going to head to Watford, but since there are no direct services to Watford, we'll have to change at Harrow on the Hill.
No. How did you do that?
So let's hop on. So from Raiders Lane to Uxbridge, that whole little branch shares with the Piccadilly line. Why isn't this shown on the map? Same as Aldgate and Moorgate. Aldgate shares with the Circle line. It doesn't show that, so apparently you can't change with the Circle line. And Moorgate shares with the Hammersmith and City and Circle lines as well. This doesn't show either. Are there any other stations on the Met Line map that you could tell me that don't change with any other line, even if they do and is not shown on the map? Tell me in the comments below. So, we are now at Harrow on the Hill station. It's really noisy here. So we're now going to get a Watford service to go, but before we get to Watford, we're going to go to Moor Park to find out some information about how to get from zones 7 to 9 using, because we have a travel card from zones 1 to 6, so we can't get out at any stations in zone 7, 8 or 9, which is a problem because our next 3 terminal points are in zone 7, 8 and 9. So, next station, Moor Park. Here we're going to get out and go and ask how to get to zone 7, 8 and 9 using a travel card. So we bought a travel card another 3 terminal points, Watford, Chesham and Amersham. How we get from here all the way up to zone 9 using a travel card?
What I will do is I can take you to the machine and you will get an extension ticket that will then take you on to Watford, Amersham and Chesham. And you press travel card extensions. So it's up to 6, 7, 8, 9, single up to 3 zones.
Look what the lovely station staff gave me. They gave me this lovely tube 160 bag, this small badge which I really like. They gave me these which they used to give to guards and drivers on the children railways, and they gave me a huge tube map. My favourite is going to be this badge which I'm going to put on in a minute. Now we're going to talk about this. So you may have seen the Jeff video, Jeff Marshall, about the secrets of the Metropolitan line, the Chorleywood to Chesham shuttle, which here there's a sticker over the rest, but this one someone's peeled off and you can see where the shuttle went. But if we look at a real tube map, for example this one, you can see that they've covered up the shuttle. Now let's talk about travel card fares. So you can buy an extension travel card for 3 or 4 zones for £6.70. On the London station ticket machines, you can get a zones 1 to 9 travel card, which you can't do at West Wickham, which is where we started. You can also buy a return ticket, which you can get between a couple of zones, or you can just use Oyster if you have that, or contactless payments. If we did this route again, you can go to a ticket station, you can get one there, and get a zone 1 to 9 travel card there, which is £17 or £11.60 if you have a network rail card.
This is Hartley. The next station is Watford. The station Metropolitan Watford. The train station change Watford. All change.
So we are at our second destination point, Watford Station, not Watford Junction. It's not that close to Watford Junction. Watford Station. Come on, let's go to the front of the station and talk about the station. So just to prove we are at the end of the line, so we are at Watford Station. The station building looks quite nice. There is some housing here and a little shut down shop over there. There's also a coffee shop. There's also a little shop there called Bloom's Yard. We might go there and get a cheeky cake. There's a park down over here, somewhere here. It's a 3-minute walk away. So this place looks like it will be quite a nice place to come for a little day out. So we're going to have a little wander around. So this is the park, Cassiobury Park. It's about a 3-minute walk from the station. It's really huge. It's got a cafe, a playground, a miniature railway, paddling pools, and loads of other things. We're going to have a quick walk round and see what we think. Keep watching my videos to see if we come back here. homemade lemonade. And then we're going to walk round part of the park, round by the splash pools, then go back to Watford and continue our journey. Oh God. Woo. So we've just done our walk around Cassiobury Park, and now we're going to head back into the station and get our train to Chesham. Let's go.
This is Watford, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train.
We are now on
Or
our train.
change.
We're now on our train, and we're going to go to Cheshire, but this isn't our train because this train is heading to Baker Street. So what we'll
This
have
is
to
an
do,
old-
we will have to get off at Moor Park and then get our train to Cheshire.
This is Croxley, all stations, Metropolitan line train to Baker Street.
We are now at Moor Park and changing for a train to Cheshire. So a quick change of plans. We are going to go to Amersham first and then Chesham, as there's an Amersham train arriving in 5 minutes and no Chesham train on the board.
This is Moor Park. This is an all-station Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Rickmansworth.
We're at Charlton and Latimer, a Zone 8 station. We're not going to get off here because we have to come back here after Amersham.
This is Chalfont and Latimer. This is an all-stations Metropolitan line train to Amersham. The next station is Amersham. This is Amersham.
At our last stop, Amersham. After actually. No, it's our second to last stop. We have to go back to Chalfont and then change to go to Chesham. So this is the 33rd stop. That was a Chiltern Railways Class 170. At this station, you can change for services on the Chiltern Main Line to Aylesbury and places like that. So this is a very pretty looking station. You've got the underground station there with loads of flowers around. Just over there you have an underground roundel and a National Rail symbol, just there. So you can just see this Metropolitan line train going. It's heading into the siding, but at that point you are further than Chesham, the furthest station away from London. So, as I just said though, Chiltern Railway trains stop here, you can interchange with them, and they go to places like Aylesbury and London Paddington and stuff like that. There are also buses that take you to Oxfordshire and London. So there's a really nice high street there, we might pop there, get a drink, come back to the station, go to Chesham. We're going to get this train to Chalfont and Latimer and then go to Chesham. Yes, we are going to go to Chalfont and Latimer and then go up to Chesham for our last stop. So we are now at Chalfont and Latimer and we'll be getting our train to Chesham to do the final stop.
The next station is Chorleywood.
So we're going to head across to the northbound platform to get the Chesham train.
Very quiet station, this isn't it?
Yeah.
All these end of the line stations are quiet.
This isn't an end of the line. It used to be.
No, closed.
Ow. Is it Chiltern Railway train? It's quite weird having Chiltern Railways and Underground sharing the same line. So we're not getting on this, we're getting on the Chesham train in a couple of minutes. Distance between two stations on the London Underground corner Met line between Chalfont and Latimer and Chesham.
The next station is Cheshire, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
So, we are now arriving into Cheshire, our final stop.
Mind the gap between the train and the
We are now at our last stop, Cheshire. This is the most westerly station on the London Underground. So, we're going to now head back to Aldgate. We're just going to get back on the same train. There is quite a nice building there. But yeah, let's head back up to our let's head back onto our train. Yeah,
It's me again.
yeah. All Metropolitan stations.
How many were there?
34.
34 stations. So we left home this morning at
5 o'clock.
about 5 o'clock. It is now 20 past 1.
So for this video time, we've been out for about 6 hours recording the video.
This train heads to Aldgate. We're going to probably get off, I think, at Baker Street.
Yeah, Baker Street to get the Bakerloo line to Charing Cross, going back to Westbrook.
So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Terminus stations.
Yep.
We've done Aldgate. We've done Chesham. We've done Amersham.
Watford.
We've done Watford
And Uxbridge.
Uxbridge.
My favourite has to be Amersham.
Amersham was your favourite. Why was Amersham your favourite?
I don't know, but I just kind of like the name Amersham and the feel of the station.
I thought Uxbridge was great. Really good town.
Yeah, really good Weatherspoons.
Also a bit closer, still in Zone 6.
Really good Weatherspoons.
Good Weatherspoons. Watford was also good. I'd never been to Watford before, so Watford was quite good to go to.
Yeah.
Zone 7, close to the station. Big park, big open spaces, nice houses.
Yeah.
So I like it. Good trains.
Yeah, pretty good trains, yeah. S-Stock, S8 stock to be exact.
So, favourite station building? Uxbridge.
Yeah, Uxbridge.
Very liked Uxbridge. Those old scales were quite good, weren't they, that we saw?
Yeah, Amersham was quite an old design as well.
Do wish I'd got a coffee though before the journey back, but don't know what time this train leaves, so it's probably not time. We're going to head back. We had to touch in, touch out with Oyster, so in the end we didn't buy our extension ticket, did we? We thought that might be a more expensive way of doing it, so
Yeah.
we are going to need to
Get off at Moore Park and change to
more
the
part
travel card.
touch out,
Change to the travel card.
so I don't get charged twice for the journey. Don't want to get charged for zone 1 to 9, and then we'll get
You
back
mean zone
on
1 to 6?
1 to 9 if we don't touch back in, and then
Oh,
we will
yeah.
use my travel card that is valid from zone 6 to zone 1 to get home.
Yeah. So, that's it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.